It's a time of preparation and anticipation and Stanley Cup dreams. There's heartache and joy. There's pain, but also promise. And for some, there is celebration. When a pizza maker turns into a handicapper, it's family. It's the Ice People. It's the NHL 2025 season. It's Ice Con. And most importantly, it's goals. 300 seconds with Mr. Ice.
Welcome. 300 seconds with Mr. Ice. My favorite guest, Matt Murley. How we doing, brother?
Good. Got my IceCon shirt right here.
Nice.
Nice. It gave me chills, that intro. Who put that together? PJ?
Yeah, PJ put it together, and my brother-in-law does the announcing. You know, he's the Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah.
He does the games over there, or does the in-house stadium stuff. So
maybe he can play. Maybe he can play for them next game.
Yeah, seriously, that was bad. I only saw about 10 minutes of it. When I watched, did you watch the game?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, so I saw like 10 minutes of it, and actually Pittsburgh was sort of carried the play, but then I turned it off. It was 1-0 Rangers. Then I shut it off. It was 3-0 like a minute later. So, yeah,
I watched the late games last night. I had your game, and then the Oilers stink too. And I watched that. Then Vancouver, Calgary. What a game! What a game you picked.
That was crazy. You know, so I had this little stat that I said before. You know, Edmonton in the preseason was the worst team by far, goals against. And I'm talking like a huge number. Like they were 12 goals. They gave up 12 goals more than anybody else in the league. Wow. Now, I know preseason's preseason, but I think 4 or 5 games they let up 5 or more goals in preseason.
That's good stats.
So but you never know because probably McDavid and all those guys weren't playing that, but still, I just didn't like that. I did not like that. I feel like they're going to do the same thing as they did last year.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. And this time, I'm going to get on them. I'm going to take them. But I like another team in the West, but we can get to that later. Are we actually trying to keep it under 300 seconds this year?
We might go like 500 seconds.
Okay.
500 seconds. So first, give me something for tonight. What are you looking at?
All right. I like this.
Before that, I'm sorry. Let me interrupt you. When does Game Notes start?
Game Notes tomorrow, Friday, 12 o'clock. We're back at it tomorrow. Arm Dog. We're ready.
Wow. Okay. So you didn't do last year. Wasn't this early? Was it?
No, we waited a couple weeks. We really wanted to test the board, but this year we're in. I tried to get us going last week. I wanted to do the Euro games. Everybody's like, calm down, Merle, calm down.
Awesome. So Game Notes tomorrow. All right, shoot it.
Yep.
What do you got tonight?
Yeah, PJ's going to like this one. I'm going out west, a late game again, 4:30 a.m. start here. I'll be waking up just in time for it. St. Louis Blues, 3-way, regulation only, -105. I love this spot because I like them to begin with this year. I think they're going to surprise some teams, but they've already got one game under their belt. They have the day off. They're down in San Jose. Bunch of young guys, new team. I think the Blues are going to take care of them, no problem. So St. Louis Blues -105.
I like the price there too. That's nice. You know, not juicy at all.
No, take the regulation line. If it goes to overtime, then maybe you sprinkle the money line again to get even.
Yeah, you got to get even. And anything else you liked?
I got a tip from my Vegas insider who hit last night with Stone. He gave me Marchand tonight +180. So if you're going to watch the early game with your Bruins, Marchand. Okay. I like that. They got to bounce back. They laid an egg too.
Yeah, they look slow. Like the thing about the Bruins is they're pretty consistent. Like they don't do that very often.
No.
So that's surprising. They looked a little slow, but it was probably just that one. I'm assuming they'll bounce back tonight.
Mm-hmm.
PJ, what do we got for questions?
Elio, it's Desert Dog here. I have a question for you. Which teams scream overs and which teams scream unders? Save the Coyotes.
PJ, let me ask you a question. Was that the same guy as yesterday?
Different guy.
The Ice People.
There was a guy yesterday who was smoking a cigarette in front of a door, a red door. I laughed when I was driving home. I was laughing, so I didn't know if it was the same guy or not. teams scream over. Well, those two teams last night looked like a nice little matchup for the rest of the year.
Vancouver, that kid couldn't stop a beach ball last night.
No, you know the funny thing about that guy, and the announcers actually said it, is shots from the distance. It's like he doesn't know where they are. I want Demko, take it easy. Don't come back for a little while.
Yeah, they're in trouble with that guy.
All right, next one, TJ.
Last one, most inconsistent team you can't figure out betting wise historically.
Well, I'll go first, Murls. So for my betting style, the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo Sabres, like, they get all this hot talent, Tage Thompson, all these guys, and they'll go like 6 or 7 games where they'll score 5 goals minimum, and then they'll go 3 or 4, they don't even get a point. So I feel like they've, like, a couple years ago, like, we were on them a bunch and they did pretty well for us. And then last year, I feel like was really bad.
Yeah, team for me, I've had trouble with for years is Ottawa. I can't figure them out. If I fade them, if I bet over, they don't score. If I bet under, I can't win with Ottawa. I usually just stay away from them no matter what now. And now with the new goalie, I'm really staying away. Yeah,
because you look at that team, and they've got some good players. They got some real good players. They've always had the problem with the goalie. And the goalie last night or the other night for the Bruins, he was the auto goalie, and he didn't look too hot.
Oh.
So I agree with that. Ottawa's up and down, they'll do that. They'll go 4 or 5 games. They look like, oh, this is a playoff team, and then nothing.
Yeah.
What did you think about Utah, the stadium and everything? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I watched that game. I like them. I thought they were going to win that game just because of the excitement.
Yeah,
they had to win that game with all the excitement. The first game, it just reminded me of Vegas when they first came in. Utah won, so I think I had the over in that game in our Chicklets parlay that hit the same night.
Had like a 5-team parlay, right?
4-team, 5+5 something or other. So that was a great start to the season. We're 1-0 on those. Both of yours have hit, so. I understand the DraftKings Sportsbook's in some trouble after the last 2 nights of the NHL.
Well, those plus 500 things take away a lot of your sins. Whenever I hit one, I'm like, all right, I can lose a couple games now. I got some ammo in the bag.
I've had to explain that to people sometimes. Like, do you understand that one bet paid for 5 losses? So we're good now.
For the week.
We're good.
Yeah,
they're like, but you lost both games last night, Edmonton, Toronto, because I did a fun parlay making fun of Biz and Witt's teams. It's a 1-unit loss. Yeah. Like, who cares? Like, I didn't lay the odds on both of them and lose. That'd be 4 units I lost. Yes. Like, it's one fun unit, second night of the league. So
you didn't know people don't understand that.
Yeah. I have to have a math lesson with Mr. Ice every Thursday night here.
Thursday. Well, Murls, you know how it is. That's it. Quick to the point. Gambling. PJ, thank you. Let's do this. Hit it.
Listen. I got one play. I got one huge play. I got Minnesota over 6. Let's go.